In today's video, we are going to be making a fall dip and some sugar cookies for the youth group. It is Wednesday night, and sometimes I will put some stuff together for the kids to bring to youth group. So follow along and hopefully you enjoy today's video. Alright, for this fall dip, I had a friend of mine send it to me in a message and asked if I could try it out. And I thought it would be a good dip to add to what I wanted to make for the kids for youth group. I didn't have enough time to add frosting on the sugar cookies, so I thought just making this would make it so much easier for the kids. They could just add this to the sugar cookie and that should have been, good enough. So we are going to be mixing up, I think I did 2 batches this time, so I had enough to bring. This dip is really easy to make. All you need is 1 container of Cool Whip, a can of pumpkin, and a box of pudding mix, and I think it's just vanilla pudding, and you just add that all together, mix it together, and then you're gonna add some cinnamon and some pumpkin spice. So you just mix that all together and then make sure that you put it in the fridge for half an hour, and that should be good. So I'm gonna have Miles just whip this up really quick, and then we will move on to the sugar cookies. I forgot to mention when making this, at the end when you pull your dip out of the fridge, you can either add them before or after, it doesn't really matter, but if you can pick up some fall sprinkles and add to the top of this dip, that adds an extra festive little look to this dip, and the kids love sprinkles. It's kind of like adding sprinkles on top of the sugar cookies. All right, so I found this recipe on Pinterest. I did have one that I was using last year, but I don't remember where I put that one, and I think I actually maybe even found it on YouTube, but I lost it. So I went on and I went to try to find one that I could do right away, because some sugar cookie recipes don't allow you to roll them out right away. Sometimes you have to put them in the fridge for a little bit, and I really didn't have time to do that. So this recipe is a quick sugar cookie recipe where you just put the ingredients in your mixer. And if you don't have a mixer, I think it says that you could just hand mix it or use just one of them hand mixers, and that should work out fine. So what I ended up doing with this recipe, I kind of messed up, because usually I will do the sugar and the butter together until it's light and fluffy, and I didn't do that, but it turned out anyways. I just added everything to my mixer and it was fine. So with this recipe, recipe, you will need some butter. So I think it was like 2 sticks of butter. Then we needed some sugar, some vanilla, and some flour. And I think there was just a little bit of salt in here. Add a little bit of lemon juice. When I started making them last year, I would have the kids try them, and then my husband would try them, and they thought maybe something was missing. So we put a little bit of lemon juice in the mixture, and they taste so good, and everyone liked it that way. So this batch of cookies ended up turning out really good. I ended up having to do more because I had a cookie order from someone that wanted some fall cookies. So with this batch of cookies, I ended up doing leaves, pumpkins, and some squirrels. I wanted to kind of keep it a fall theme. The next batch that I did pumpkins, leaves, and cows for my next batch that I ended up bringing to our Bible study. And then I made the pumpkin dip also for that class, and then everyone enjoyed it. It was so good. So if you guys enjoy stuff like this, this is really quick and easy to do. So with the cookie recipe though, if you are not familiar with rolling out cookie dough, I have a nice roller that I use that I think I got from my sister. On the ends of the roller comes with these little measuring things, so you don't have to guess on how thick you need the cookies. It just rolls them out to the same height for each cookie. And I am terrible with that kind of stuff, so I love using this roller for making sugar cookies. And then I also invested in a mat for sugar cookies, and you just lay down some flour so nothing sticks to the mat. I'm giving Miles a turn right here because a lot of times I try to have the kids at least give it a try, because sometimes when us moms are cooking things, we make it look so easy, and then when they try it, they have a hard time figuring out why it's not working for them. So I let them try it out, give it a try, and let them work through the situation. I do take over quite a bit when I am cooking with the kids, just because timing and getting things done at a good time, sometimes I'm a little impatient, but I am getting better and better over the years with helping the kids. So here Miles is just trying it out and getting it worked out with rolling out the cookie dough, and I think he did just fine. So he is going to quickly roll this out. Evelyn ends up joining in a little bit later with doing the cookie cutters. When we bake together, I always pick 1 or 2 people that can join in. So I got 3 kids right here. And one of them really wasn't supposed to join in. And I know that might sound terrible, but sometimes a lot of the kids want to have that time with me, and a lot of them feel like they don't get that time with me if another brother is included. So I always make sure we do a round of kids each time that I do some baking or cooking, and everyone eventually gets a turn, and they all love helping me. So we're gonna hurry up here, get these cookies in the oven so they are ready for youth group. I am not going to put any cookie frosting on it yet or icing on it yet, because last year I tried doing it and I have not mastered that yet. I did get a recipe from my niece, and eventually I will give it a try, but my kids don't really care if I have frosting on it or not. And this pumpkin dip for this is amazing with these cookies. So if you guys end up making these cookies and this fall pumpkin dip, come back and put a comment in today's video and let me know how you guys liked it, if they turned out good for you. Otherwise, if you go to your local bakery, a lot of times they just sell fall cookies already made without any icing on it, and you can just do that and make the pumpkin dip really quick. I mean, it was so fast. It's like a 5-minute pumpkin dip, and you could just put it in the fridge and it's ready for you either the next day or within a half an hour. So I did see a recipe where people were adding cream cheese to that pumpkin dip, and I want to try that next time because I think that would be so good with this pumpkin dip. All right, so the kids and I are going to finish up here, and we're going to get these cookies ready for youth group. I do want to say I did not end this video very well because I didn't have time to come back and do a good ending, but hopefully you enjoyed today's video and enjoyed baking with me and the kids today. If you guys have any more recipes that you want me to share on my channel or see me and the kids bake, I would love for you to leave that down in the comments and let me know what you guys would like me to make on my next video. Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep sharing with you guys some recipes that I keep finding on Pinterest or from friends, and hopefully you guys like that kind of stuff. So I am just scooping out the cookies from the oven. I usually keep them in there for a good like 8 minutes, and I try not to get them to where they are brown on the bottom, but I have had a couple times where that has happened. All right, so that is it for today's video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.